Guys, it's Steve, and today we'll be looking, well, we'll be playing the Leopard one. Now, what we'll be looking at is like how I usually play, what this map, I don't even know what's the name of this map, Mountain Pass, but we'll also be looking at, well, one mistake which still separates me from the best of players, but we'll keep that for later. Anyways, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to the 1-2 line and fight it out there. Now, why is that? Well, because every other part of the map makes me, let's say, uncomfortable. Like, I can't assure to do a lot of damage and to have overall good results. Now, anyways, I was thinking about peeking there, but that would be a misplay. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna first peek on this side to see if I can get any initial shots on potential heavies or mediums that are being over-aggressive. Now, usually heavies tanks stop at the G1 or G2. Now, why is that? Well, because if they commit, they usually lose to the south spawn. Now, I'm not, well, I was gonna say I'm not exactly sure why, but the thing is, people can camp where the chieftain is, and we have overall much better crossfire positions than if the north spawn attacked this side. Now, anyways, what you're gonna see me do is outspot a Manticore. Now, you're gonna say, how is that possible? Well, it's because the Manticore usually can sit in only one position, which is that one, basically. And I was gonna blind fire that bush, but I managed to spot the Manticore anyways. Now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically punish him for being there and being in an obvious bush. Now, as you see, I barely have to pre-aim because the shell velocity of this vehicle is just insane. I mean, the Leopard one, I'm absolutely in love with it. The sheer preciseness and accuracy accompanied by its penetration. It has 270 penetration with its normal APCR rounds, make it so cost friendly basically. Like, I barely have to fire any gold rounds. I only fire gold rounds when I'm looking at a Yak Panzer 100 or a Mouse basically, which makes it a lot easier to play compared to the other tier 10 tanks, since I play with no premium, how's it called, account. But aside of that, let's move on. So you're gonna see me jump off here, and you're gonna think, are you gonna attack the 60 TP over Leo? Well, not exactly. I'm gonna go where the EBR is to try and put some extra rounds. I'm gonna quickly snapshot the E5 because I have to keep moving. Because what I'm afraid of is getting spotted and the 60 TP over Leo getting from behind. As you can see, I'm looking behind. Now, anyways, what I'm gonna try to do is quickly put a shot into the E5 and then get under the bridge. Being under the bridge keeps me safe from the E5, from the 60 TP, but also allows me to proxy spot to tanks such as the 705A and the Super Conquer. And as you're gonna see, I'm gonna try and put a shot into the Super Conquer, but instead the FV nukes the Super Conquer, and I get 1.5k spotting out of that, which is really good, not gonna lie. Now 705 is gonna do something reckless. I'm gonna track him. Luckily, he doesn't have how you call it, the repair kit, so it's good for me basically. He takes another shot for like 1,000 basically. Anyways, he's down. He shoots on, I think, from the hill, and he misses. And I'm just gonna DPM him out now. Now you're gonna see a bit of a misplay. I mean, it's not. I load the gold, and I don't know how to aim. I aim at his upper plate because that was just simply terrible aim. But anyways, this is a good play. I'm gonna load HE. Now, why did I load HE? Well, this is because the HE on this tank is amazing. It has 105 millimeters of penetration, which allows it to take a huge chunk of hit points, relatively speaking, from heavy tanks. Like, if you shoot, for example, HE at a chieftain, like hold down, you can still do up to 100 damage, which is really nice in this vehicle. And it racks up really well since it has 7.6 second reload. Well, that's my reload because I put enhanced equipment on it. I just put the to load faster gold purple equipment, you know what I mean. So anyways, I'm gonna outplay the Leo by shooting, snapshotting actually his turret. And what I'm gonna do now is gonna try to outplay the STB. Now, in this kind of scenario, the STB is a better vehicle, hold down, than the Leo, of course. But I'm gonna play it so that the Leo 1 can't see me, and I'm gonna peek only when the STB shoots. Now keep in mind that the STB reloads in less than 6 seconds, so I have to be really careful of that. Now I'm using the Yak Panzer 100 as cover from a Leo, but I'm really afraid of that because the Leo, if he is good, he can still shoot from under the tank, so I'm kind of afraid of that. So anyways, I'm gonna take a risk, I'm gonna kill the Leo, and I'm gonna try to take down the STB. Now, I've been outplaying these two tanks the entire time, but this is where the mistakes start to happen. So I'm voluntarily take a hit from the STB, and that's a misplay because that leaves me on 450 hit points, which in retrospect is totally useless because he's hold down. And it's really hard to hit an STB hold down. You have to hit his cupola. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to aim for his cupola this time, and I'm going to try and finish him off. And we do. And now, this is the key moment. It's 8-4 for us. But look at this. Grill is a one shot. The 140 is pretty low on HP. I'm low on HP. 60 TP is on 900. Everyone is fairly wounded. And there's a 268 who's defending the base, and he does a lot of damage, accompanied by 60 TP as well. And just as that, the 60 TP gets shot and gets nuked to down. So that's already 8-6 out of nowhere. Their scores are getting even. But what's my team gonna do? They're gonna keep pushing. I notice the threat, so I'm gonna try and fall back. I'm at 200 HP for no reason, and I should have fallen back immediately. I would have needed those HP later to maybe outplay the Leo or the 60 TP. But this leaves me really low HP, and I continue doing stupid mistakes, and the 60 TP almost killed me. But luckily, I'm good. So anyways, it was 8-4, it was 6-2 and 8-4 at one point. Now it's 8-6, make it 8-7. So the key message is don't push when you don't have HP. Overconfidence kills is gonna make you lose basically. And I'm gonna, small spoiler alert, the IS-4 is gonna obviously die, and that's gonna put us at 8-all. My 430U in nice terms is getting smoldered between two heavy tanks, and that actually puts us at a disadvantage. 8-4, now it's 8-9. We lost 5 vehicles trying to push a 60 TP and a 268, which had really good defensive positions. I missed unluckily a shot on 268, but the 60 TP, he was playing perfectly. He fell back and went full down against YOLOing enemies, so this is gonna complicate. Now what I'm thinking is, okay, we're probably gonna push us now because we are out of 5 tanks, out of 6 tanks remaining, 3 of them are SPGs. So we're probably gonna think we're easy meat. And it's true because we're all one shots except EVR. Now the EVR should have retreated a long time ago, but since he didn't, he's just gonna have to hold out on his own. What I'm planning in the meantime is spotting and hopefully hitting a 277. But the 277 actually surprises me, so I don't manage to hit. I pull back in fear of artillery, of course, but our artillery, shout out to him, does 600 damage to the 277, which is really good because I think he leaves him on a one shot, but I wasn't paying really attention, but I believe he does. So I say to a 140, try to finish the 277 because he won't be expecting someone to attack him, and plus he has enough HP to take a hit if it really comes to that. But the 277 actually recklessly YOLOs, and the 261 actually takes the 277 down, which is, it reminds me of the old shotgun modes when the RT did a lot of damage, like 1,800 damage, stuff like that. But that was another time, of course. Anyways, the EVR obviously perishes because he just decided to camp there, and the 268 takes out our RT because he wasn't in the correct position. So that leaves us with 4 tanks, while they have 6. So this is pretty risky stuff. So what I'm going to decide to do is going to try and ambush the 268 and give him one shot. But he doesn't do that. And what I know is going to happen is the 60 TPs are going to rush. And I thought they were in platoon, but actually they are not, which improves the situation. But overall, chances of victory are minimal. So what I'm going to do, and this is what I suggest you do as well when you're in a defense like this, is go where the artillery is right now. Now why is that? Well, that's because you're going to see right now. First you have to destroy all the trees. And hopefully you'll do that a bit sooner, because if your RT is trying to counter RD, you'll see that he's throwing down trees and probably he's gonna blind fire. But luckily that's not the case so far, and the RT actually manages to hit the Leo, so he leaves him on a one-shot. So I'm spotting the 60 TP here and I'm pulling back, and what this means is that when I'm using double bushes, in this case many more than just double, there's no way the 60 TP will spot me. And since we have a 140 up on the hill, we put the 60 TP in a good crossfire. So I'm gonna track the 60 TP. And the 140 does a massive mistake, which is really unfortunate, is that he pushes the 60 TP for no reason. We had a perfect crossfire. And I'm just gonna keep him tracked here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try hopefully to take down the 60 TP before the 268 arrives. But this is a really nice position because the 60 TP, most enemy tanks there are gonna look for the hill. They're gonna think, let's push the hill. Nobody's gonna think about a tank hiding in the forest, and plus they can't spot unless they come really close. So if a 140 had stayed there, we had a beautiful crossfire. But unfortunately that doesn't happen, and we lose. So anyways, to summarize, we see that most of the light tanks camp at E3 and E4 and in that little bush, so that's easy to blind fire. I mean, if a shell disappears, it means he was there. And that's really good because that makes the light tank have to fall back or run away, you know what I mean? Second, you have to see if you're on low HP and if it's actually viable to push. The push in the A line was totally reckless and stupid. I lost a couple of 100 HP there, and my teammates decided to YOLO in, and we lost 3 or 4 tanks there, which is unfortunate. And thirdly, is this position here where you make the last stand, and if you have a friend up on the hill, you make a beautiful crossfire. And if the 140 had stayed up there, we certainly would have had more damage, that's for sure, but we might have pulled it off, you never know. So anyways, those are the key points on Mountain Pass. I showed how you play, well, how I play usually, the mistakes and so forth. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.